Hi students, in part 3 of the video on federalism, we have discussed about practice of federalism in India. In this video, we will study about decentralization in India. Federal government have two or more levels of governments. We have so far discussed the two tiers of government in our country. But a vast country like India cannot be run only through these two tiers. There were many reasons why the local government created in India. Some of them are states in India are as large as independent countries of Europe. Population of Uttar Pradesh is larger than that of Russia. Population of Maharashtra is almost the same as that of Germany. States are internally very diverse. Due to large size and diversity within the states, power sharing is required. So the third tier of government, known as the local government, is created. What is decentralization? When power is taken away from central and state governments and given to local government, it is called decentralization. Decentralization is encouraged on the following grounds. There are a large number of problems and issues which are best settled at the local level. People have better knowledge of problems in the localities. People also have better ideas on where to spend money and how to manage things more efficiently. At the local level, it is possible for the people to directly participate in decision making. This helps to develop a habit of democratic participation. A major step towards decentralization was taken in 1992. The constitution was amended to make the third tier of democracy more powerful and effective. 1. Now, it is constitutionally mandatory to hold regular elections to local government bodies. 2. Seats are reserved in the elected bodies and the executive heads of these institutions for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and other backward classes. 3. At least 1/3 of all positions are reserved for women. 4. An independent institution called the State Election Commission has been created in each state to conduct panchayat and municipal elections. 5. The state governments are required to share some powers and revenue with local government bodies. As a part of decentralization, local self-government were formed in India. They are rural local government and urban local bodies. First, let us understand the structure of rural local government through the flowchart. Grama Panchayat works at village level, Panchayat Samiti works at block level, Zilla Parishad works at district level. Let us discuss each one further. Grama Panchayat. A Grama Panchayat is a council of several ward members, often called Panch, and a president or Sarpanch. They are directly elected by all the adult population living in that ward or village. It is the decision-making body for the entire village. The Panchayat works under the overall supervision of the Grama Sabha. All the voters in the village are its members. A Grama Sabha is required to meet at least twice a year to approve the annual budget of the Grama Panchayat and to review the performance of the Grama Panchayat. Next, Panchayat Samiti. It is a Panchayati Raj institution that operates at a block level. A Panchayat Samiti is formed by grouping together Grama Panchayats. Its members are elected by all Panchayat members in a village. It oversees the functioning of the Grama Panchayat. Next, Zilla Parishad. All the Panchayat Samitis in a district together constitute the Zilla Parishad. Most of its members are elected. Members of the Lok Sabha and MLAs of the district and some other official of other district level bodies are also its members. The political head of the Zilla Parishad is its chairperson. A Zilla Parishad coordinates and oversees the functioning of all Panchayati Raj institutions. Next, let us understand the structure of urban local bodies. Local government bodies present for urban areas as well. Municipalities are set up in small urban towns. Municipal corporations are set up in big cities. Municipal chairperson is the political head of the municipality and mayor is the head of municipal corporation. Both municipalities and municipal corporations are controlled by elected bodies consisting of people's representatives. This new system of local government is the largest experiment in democracy conducted anywhere in the world. The impact of local self-government in India are constitutional status for local government has helped to deepen democracy. It has increased women's representation and voice in our democracy. At the same time, there are many difficulties faced by local self-government. Grama Sabhas are not held regularly. Most state governments have not transferred significant powers to local government. State governments do not provide adequate resources. Here we come to the end of the chapter.